doodly-dot-dot, a doodly-dot. Pepsi Cola hits the spot. 12 full ounces, that's a lot. Twice as much for a nickel too. Pepsi Cola is a drink for you. Nickel, 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 trickle, 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 nickel, 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 trick.
Whether it's in a chilled bottle or at the soda fountain counter at your nearest drugstore, drink a cool, refreshing Pepsi Cola today. Pepsi, the nickel drink for everyone.
A doodly-dot-dot, a doodly-dot. Pepsi Cola hits the spot. 12 full ounces, that's a lot. Twice as much for a nickel too. Pepsi Cola is a drink for you. Nickel, 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 trickle, 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 nickel, 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 trick.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello is a shampoo that glorifies your hair. So hello, everybody. Hello.
Use Halo shampoo if you want naturally bright and beautiful hair. Remember, even finer soaps and soap shampoos hide the natural luster of your hair with dulling soap film, but Halo contains no soap. First time you use Halo, your hair glistens in all its natural beauty. The natural color and luster shines like sunshine through a clean window pane. And remember, even in the hardest water, Halo makes oceans of rich, fragrant lather. Halo quickly carries away loose dandruff and oils. Use Halo on your children's hair too. Say hello to Halo and goodbye to dulling soap film. Get Halo shampoo at any cosmetic counter. Remember, Halo glorifies your hair.
So hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, shampoo. Hello.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please. The Great Southwest Radio Theater Project presents The Thing on the Fourble Board, which was written by Wyllis Cooper for the radio anthology series Quiet Please. This first aired on August 9th, 1948.
Me? I'm a roughneck. Well, I was a roughneck. 20 years ago. I'm a little too old and too slow now. Besides, I got $1 now. Well, I don't have to be a roughneck, you see. I'm married. I got a nice home. Have to meet my wife. Hey, Mike! Her name's Maxine, but she likes to be called Mike. Mike! Well, I guess she's busy out in the kitchen someplace. Besides, she doesn't hear very well. It's a shame, too, because she's so pretty and everything. Well, you'll meet her. Sit down. I was saying I was a roughneck. Well, no, that doesn't mean exactly what you think it means. A roughneck is an oil field worker, specifically a guy on a drilling crew. Call them roughnecks like you call a section hand on a railroad a gandy dancer or a garage hand a grease monkey. Same time you work around a drilling crew for a while, you're going to be a roughneck in every sense of the word, boy. The derrick floor on a Fourble board's no place for a guy with a bow tie, because when you have to fool around with drilling holes that go farther down the ground than it is from the top of Pikes Peak down to sea level, yeah, sure they do. Time I was a roughneck, we got this one well down to 7,313 feet, and that was a record. Well, last May, Pure Oil brought one in out in the Natrona Valley in Wyoming at 14,309 feet. That, friend, is almost 3 miles. Quite a hole, that, huh? Sure, I don't think there's an oil man in the world that don't wonder one time or another what's down there besides rock and oil and gas. Oil that's made out of trees that died 20 million years ago. Oil that's made out of dinosaur bones. Oil that's maybe made out of the flesh and blood of men, maybe, that beat each other to death with a stone axe, ate saber-toothed tiger for lunch. Yeah, you get to wondering. You look at the cores that come up from way down there, and sometimes there's little shells, trilobites mostly, that was alive when Manhattan Island, where New York is, was under half a mile of ice. We found something once, me and Billy Grunwald. Something found us, and I'll tell you about it. Clear down to around 5,400 feet, we'd set casing that began to get water, so we had to stop drilling and cement off. Well, you see, when water begins to seep in the hole, you pull your drill pipe, then you let down a cementing shoe inside the casing, you plug up the bottom of the hole, casing and all, with quick hardening waterproof cement. Then when it's hard, you drill through the cement and go on down, and the cement outside the casing at the bottom keeps the water out. Well, we had the drill pipe all pulled and racked. The cement was setting, you see. So we were shut down waiting for it to harden. We'd been coring just before. Well, you see, a core drill is hollow. And as the bit digs down, it stuffs the drillings up inside it, so when you pull it out, you've got a sample of the kind of stuff you're going through. And a geologist can tell a lot from that. So there's nobody around the rig except me that night. The rest of the crew's gone into town. I was toasting some pork chops over the porch for myself when I heard a car pulling up. I look out and it's Billy Grunwald, the geologist, and I gave him a hello. Hey, Billy, come and have a pork chop.
All right, Porky. Say, where's everybody?
They all went to town. I'm the whole crew.
I had 3 blowouts between here and Oxnard.
Yeah, I wondered where you was. Ted said you'd be here in about 3.
Yeah, I would have been except for my tough luck. I'm dead.
You hungry?
I'm starved.
Here, I got 6. No, I got 7 pork chops. And bread and some coffee, kinda.
Swell. Hey, I got a bottle in the car.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have a banquet.
Hey, where's that core? That's what I came up to look at.
Back there on the bench. Look at it after supper.
Hey,
What?
didn't you say you were all alone here?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I heard somebody talking.
Well, I don't see anybody. Keep an eye on that pork chop. You won't have any supper.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Here, let me put the coffee on. Like so.
When did you finish cementing?
This morning, last tower only made about 10 feet. So Ted shut down before we got flooded out of house and home.
Funny about that water.
How?
Oughtn't to be any at this level, according to my figuring.
Well, there is.
Is it salt?
Sure, right out of the bottom of the ocean.
That's funny. Well, maybe I'll be able to tell something from the core. Yeah, I hope so. Well, last core I looked at, I'd have sworn we were getting into shale.
Ain't seen none yet from the cuttings.
It's funny.
Here, your pork chop's done. Take some bread.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put on another. I had 2 already before you come.
Yeah, much obliged. Yeah, you know, you can never tell what's down there. You get it all mapped and plotted out, all the strata, and all you know is what comes out of the hole.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to go down there sometime. Well, if I was little enough.
Never get you down a hole.
Well, you'd fit. You're skinny.
I'll stay up here and look at the cores, bud. Where is that one?
Behind you, over there.
Oh. Well, I'll have a look at it.
Why don't you wait till you finish your supper?
I'm just going to look at it. Put another pork chop on there for me.
Okay.
Well, I wish those screech owls would keep from...
What's the matter?
Hey, wait a minute, Porky.
Well, what?
Listen.
What's eating you?
You know, I'd have sworn there's somebody up there on the Fourble Board.
You're crazy. There's nobody up there.
Standing against those stands of drill pipe.
They're just racked crooked. One of them slipped. Come on back and eat your pork chop.
Yeah, I guess so. Only
What you so jittery about, Billy? Come on, eat your sandwich. Here.
Yeah, well, thanks, Porky. I don't know, I'm just naturally that way, I guess. I'm always scared of the dark. God darn it. I hate to be a baby, but I can't help it.
Scared of the dark? Honest?
Stupid, ain't it?
Oh, I don't know. Everybody's scared of something. Me, spiders scare the tar out of me. Black widows, ooh. I know how you feel, Billy.
There another light over here?
Yeah, here.
Oh, that's better. Hey, listen, Porky. Go out to the car and look in the left-hand door pocket and bring back that bottle, will you? That's what I need.
Okay, kid. Okay. So I picked up a flashlight. I turned around, I went outside. I found the car and I got the bottle. And the floor of the derrick was all lit up. And when I saw a beam of light suddenly flash up toward the Fourble Board, I laughed. Billy Grunwald and his ideas. Sure, I looked up. There wasn't a darn thing up there except a drill pipe racked against a fingerboard. Oh, this fingerboard. Well, you've seen oil derricks or pictures of them. You know that little platform that runs around the outside of the derrick about halfway up? Well, that's a Fourble Board, where you see drill pipe comes in lengths, and you handle them with several lengths screwed together so as to save time getting them in and out of the hole. 2 lengths is a double, 3 is a treble, and 4 is a fourble. When you pull the pipe, you hoist it up inside the derrick with a traveling block that moves up and down from the crown block at the top of the derrick. Then when a fourble of pipe is pulled out, it's held in the rotary table. You break the joint with tongs like a great big Stilson wrench, you see? Snub a cable that's fastened to the handle over the cat head on the draw works, and that breaks the joint. Then you hold the tongs on the pipe, give the rotary table a few turns to unscrew it. You heist away with the traveling block and swing it over against the fingerboard. Lean it against the derrick. The guy up on the Fourble Board takes off the traveling block. You do it all over it again till you got the pipe all out, you see? Well, there wasn't anybody up on the Fourble Board except a screech owl, and it flew away. So Billy turned his light off, and he come on inside. And just as I come up the steps, he let out a yell.
Hey!
What's the matter? What's the matter, Billy?
Hey, come here! Look here!
Well, what is it?
Well, look, Porky.
Oh, my God! Where did you find that?
Now, listen, Porky. I give you my word. That was embedded in the core.
Oh, why, it couldn't be.
I tell you, it was. Look where I dug it out. You know what? That rock there comes from a mile underground, and it's been a mile underground for 1,000,000 years. Man, look at this.
And I did look. And what he was holding was a gold ring. And it was all carved and filigreed just like jewelry. And there wasn't any kidding about it. It was real. Now, wait a minute. Hang on. I ain't done. I poked at the core of rock that looked like a kind of petrified salami or something. And then it was my turn to pretty near jump out of my pants. Because right alongside the place where Billy dug out the ring, there was a mud-covered but very unmistakable finger. I picked it up, and it was cold, and it was heavy, and it was solid rock. At least it felt like solid rock. And I looked at Billy, and Billy looked at me. He started to rub the mud off this here stone finger, and as he rubbed it, it began to disappear. No, he could still feel it, he said, but when the mud was gone, neither one of us could see it. And he dropped it to the derrick floor, and it went clunk, and we couldn't find it anyplace. So you know what we done? Well, we took that bottle, and we took it and finished it. Billy and me, we finished it in 1 slug apiece, and it was a full pint of bathtub gin that tasted like so much whale water to me. And then we sat down on the derrick floor and we looked at each other. Well, we didn't say a word. My eyes got heavier and heavier. Last thing I remember was I heard some kind of noise. It seemed to be coming from, well, the Fourble Board, 80 feet above us. I shut my eyes a minute. I guess I went to sleep. And I had awful dreams. Black widow spiders crawling all over me with gold rings on their legs. Things I could hear but I couldn't see. Up on the Fourble Board. Billy Grunwald climbing up the ladder outside the derrick in the moonlight. Faces looking at me. I couldn't figure out who they were. Then I was waked up by a horrible scream. A crash alongside me that shook the whole derrick. I opened my eyes to see Billy Grunwald lying on the floor 2 feet away with a broken neck. With a broken neck. And his left hand, well, he put the gold ring on the little finger of his left hand, and the way his arms were spread out, his left little finger and the ring were gone. Well, friend, I got out of there. I ran down to where Billy left his car, and I got in. I stepped on the starter, and I couldn't get it to go. And I remembered after I pretty near run down the battery that Billy had taken a key. Well, I wasn't going up there and going through a dead man's clothes to get it, so I sat there in the car, and I shivered all by myself till daylight. And then Ted and the crew came. Afterwards, a state cop and everybody in the world was asking me questions.
Did you and Billy have a fight, Porky?
I told you we didn't, Ted.
But you had been drinking.
We only had that little pint, Ted.
What was he doing up on the Fourble Board?
Did you threaten him? Did he run up there to get away from you?
Listen, cop, now listen, don't be a chump. Billy Grunwald and I were good friends.
Then why did you push him off the Fourble Board?
I didn't, I tell you. I wasn't up there.
What did he go up there for?
Well, I don't know. I was asleep.
How did you know he was up there?
I didn't say he was. You said so. Besides, how would he break his neck if he didn't fall from way up there?
Well, look, officer, I think it was just another accident. I mean, we haven't got anything on Porky, and personally, I don't believe he did it.
Well, it's mighty mysterious.
So it is. But we've got work to do. Now, how about it? That cement's hard down there, and I want to start drilling again, and I'm short-handed. Will you let Porky stay here till I run in my pipe again? And, well, then you can take him and ask him questions till you're blue in the face.
Well, okay.
Let's get rolling. All right. Porky, you go up on the Fourble Board.
What? Not me, Ted.
Oh, don't be such a boob. There's nobody up there to shove you overboard. Hey, you can put a safety line around you if you want. Besides, you're getting paid to do what you're told. I've lost too much time already. Come on, get going.
So, okay. I go up on the Fourble Board, and you can bet I took a good gander around before I did anything else. No, I couldn't see a thing. So I signaled to the driller to let down the traveling block, and he did. Came sailing down from up above. I was just reaching for it to pick up the first Fourble of drill pipe, gave a big jerk, and the cable broke, and dropped and nearly pulled me off the Fourble Board. And it landed right on top of Ted. And if you have any idea what a guy looks like after 2 tons of metal land on him from 80 feet up, well, you keep your ideas to yourself. Well, that was enough. 2 accidents in a row. The whole crew quit. They wasn't going to wait for a third. And it was Ted's money that was paying off. There wasn't any more. And as far as I know, the abandoned derrick is still there. And that was 20 years ago. Oh, and I forgot to tell you something. That traveling block was right in front of my face when it broke loose. It was hanging by steel cable, 3/4-inch steel cable. And I saw the cable break right before my eyes. Looked just like a piece of string when you snap it between your fingers. I could almost see the fingers. And you know what? There was something up there on the Fourble Board with me. And so a couple of days later, I came back, and I don't know if there's anything in the world as desolate, as dismal, as dead-looking as an abandoned oil well rig. There it stands like a skeleton off on a deserted side road and the bare yellow hills surrounding it, and it's the deadliest thing you ever saw. Well, I sat in my car for a long time looking at it. Everything was just the way we left it. I looked in at the floor. The smashed traveling block was there alongside the rotary table. There was a little mutter of steam from the boiler, and that was all. Then I heard a tinkle of something as it hit the ground alongside me. I looked around. There wasn't a soul in sight. But at my feet was a gold ring that Billy Grunwald and I had found in the core of rock that came from a mile underground and from 1,000,000 years ago in time. And I heard a little sound, the sound of a kid crying. There wasn't any kid up there. But I heard it again, and it came from above my head, and I took out my revolver. I loaded it carefully. I started up the ladder to the Fourble Board. Well, there wasn't anything up there, nothing I could see. There was a voice crying, the voice of a little kid, and there was a movement behind the rack of drill pipes, and I saw the pipe move, and I yelled, "Come out of there, whoever you are!" "Come out or I'll start shooting." Then the stand-up pipe shivered, and I thought, what can it be that it can handle a heavy pipe like jack straws? Then there was a crash. The whole stand-up pipe fell over, and I just got out of the way in time, and I was alone on the Fourble Board with the thing, but I couldn't see it. I felt the platform tremble under my feet again as something moved toward me. I fired 2 or 3 shots. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. I started backward. I knew it was following me because I could hear it meowing like a cat. My feet tripped over something. I saw it was a big can of red lead that somebody had left up there. Without thinking, I picked it up and I threw it at the sound, and it splashed. And there it was. And I wish the face of a little girl frightened, crying with hunger and terror, hands like a human being, and a finger missing from a left hand, and a body. Well, I'll tell you about that. I told you how I'm scared of spiders, but I knew where it came from. It'd come from the bowels of the earth, come riding up on the drill pipe as we yanked it out of the well, come to an alien world and was lost. It stood there dripping with red paint, blood red from head to foot like some horrible dream. And it put its hand on my arm. Its hand was stone, living, moving stone. And it looked into my eyes and meowed like a lost kitten. 20 years ago, I discovered many things about it. What it used for food, that it was deaf and that it was invisible, and it couldn't see people when it was invisible, that if you sprayed it with mud or paint or grease paint makeup, then it could see people. And believe me, I didn't want to see its body. Well, I can see that in my nightmares, but its face, I can't help wanting to see that pathetic little girl face. I'm afraid maybe I've fallen. Oh, but it's very beautiful. And when it's well made up, but making it up. Rubbing grease paint on stone face that looks at you and smiles, makes sounds like a lost kitten, yet I can disguise the body in long dresses. She can't hear very well, and when she's hungry, I have to stay out of her way. I found out what she likes to eat, remember? No, now sit still. Sit still. Sit still or I'll have to shoot you. Well, I want you to meet my wife. Or rather, my wife wants to meet you. Mike! Oh, there she is. Come on in, dear. and meet the folks.
The title of tonight's Great Southwest Radio Theater production was Quiet Please, and it was called The Thing on the Fourble Board, written by Wyllis Cooper. The performers were Renee Sandoval as Porky, Bill Alwyn as Billy Grunwald, Ted the crew supervisor was played by Victor McGee. Yours truly was the policeman and the mysterious voice of Mike. Our sound technician is Sam Honey. Diane McGee was our Foley sound operator. Gianna Stone operated our lighting with James Elliott assisting, and I'm your announcer and director, Ralph Swain. Sleep tight, everyone. The Great Southwest Radio Theater is brought to you by Tide, Procter & Gamble's amazing new discovery for your full family wash.
Tide's in, dirt's out. Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap.
Any soap?
Yes, any soap. Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap. T-I-D-E, Tide.
Even in hardest water, Procter & Gamble Tide gets all the dirt out of your whole family's wash. Take the drudgery out of laundry day with T-I-D-E Tide.
Tide's in, dirt's out. Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap.
Any soap?
Yes, any soap. Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap. T-I-D-E, Tide.
I got my Social Security now, and it's a good deal by Crocky.
That's right. Social Security provides you insurance protection with benefits that you'll get when you retire at 65 or when you reach 50 if you're totally or permanently disabled. Social Security also provides family survivor benefits for the serviceman's widow or minor children. The full story of how Social Security works is available in a number of different pamphlets. These pamphlets are available now in Social Security Administration offices, military service libraries, and the military base reading rooms. They take only a few minutes to read, and the information you get will help you plan for the future. If you're a military service member, it's important for you to learn how many years of service you will need to qualify for a second retirement check. Men can collect Social Security at age 65, but women are eligible at age 62. Have you investigated your Social Security benefits?
Thank you, FDR. It's a good deal from a new deal.
For soft water shampooing, use Tony Cream Shampoo.
Even in the hardest water.
Tony Cream Shampoo.
Yes, even in the hardest water, Tony Cream Shampoo gives soft water shampooing that rinses away dandruff instantly. Leaves hair so soft, so smooth, so shining clean. Today, bring out the sparkling beauty of your hair with soft water shampooing. Get the handy tube or jar of Tony Cream Shampoo. It's new.
For soft water shampooing, use Tony Cream Shampoo.
Even in the hardest water.
Tony Cream Shampoo.
Once again, please welcome Bonnie Lee.
No one to talk with, all by myself. myself. No one to walk with, and I'm happy on a shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. I know for certain the one I love. I'm through with flirting, just you I'm dreaming of. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner in that corner, going nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, I don't stay out late, nowhere to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. I know for certain the one I love, the flirting, just you I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner, jumping in the corner, going nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, I don't stay out late, nowhere to go. I'm home about 8 with no date, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you.
Bonnie Lee. Let's hear it for Bonnie Lee. And now we're going to wrap up our special Halloween season performance with some Old Black Magic. Please welcome Carlos Jimenez.
That old black magic has me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. I see fingers up and down my spine. Same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. Same old tingle that I feel inside. Then that elevator starts its rise. Down and down I go, all around I go. I believe that's calling in the tide. I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name, and I'm aflame with such a burning desire, and only your kiss can put out my fire. You are the lover I've waited for. You're the mate that fate had me created for. 'Cause every time my lips meet mine, baby, down and down I go. All around I go, under that old black magic called love. I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name, and I'm aflame with such a burning desire, and only your kiss can put out the fire. You are the lover Baby, down and down I go, all around I go, in a spin, just loving the spin that I'm in, under that old black magic called love.
Carlos Jimenez. Ladies and gentlemen, the Great Southwest Radio Theater Project players in alphabetical order. Bill Alwyn, Carlos Jimenez, Gene Colder, Bonnie Lee, Victor McGee, Suzanne Parrish, Renee Sandoval. Diane McGee was our Foley guy. Our sound technician was Sam Honey. Our lighting technician, Gianna Stone. I'm your announcer and director for this performance, Ralph Swain. You've been a great audience. Thank you for tuning in.